everyone, and thank you for stopping by my channel. So today I'm working on the altered book, and since the lady, Susan, who's interested in this journal, I'm going to use this Victorian lady and her horse on the cover, I believe. But I could change my mind. And then I just wanted to share with you, I have this big, huge, Victorian-looking design, like a necklace at one time. And I went into a thrift store, and it said it was free. So I took it. I thought, wow, free? I mean, it's just really kind of cool looking. So I kind of thought it looks good with this journal. And then if I put this lady, I don't know if let's see, no, she's going to be up, like here. And then I was going to add, where'd you go? Around her, a frame, like so. And then it would set up right there. And, you know, I'm not sure that that's what I want to do, and I would love to hear from Susan if you want something like this on the front of your journal. And if not, you know, let me know, and I'll do a different kind of top, is what I'm trying to get to. Okay, so anyway, that was, and I got off on that, and I was doing all these other things. So I was going to cover this, and I hope that I'm doing it with Mod Podge because you can't really glue stick around those edges. So let me put that down. There's no way I'm not going to get glue all over everything. So this was a napkin, and I already had one that's been opened up, and the backings are off, so it's just one sheet. But I kind of want this to be maybe in the corner, this little flower. So that's kind of where I'm going to start. I probably should take some of this extra off. Oop. Hope that isn't too small. It's hard to see what you did. If it's too small, I can come back in and patch it up a little bit if I need to. I'm sure you've all seen this done, but this is a Tim Holtz. No, I think it's not Tim Holtz. It's Hobby Lobby's brand. Paper something. Paper Studio. And you can get them on... Good, what I did do it too short. That's so... Oh, I don't want to start over, but I think I might get enough. Get enough of it like there, and then I'll just come back with another piece there. Okay, so let me put a little of this Mod Podge on the front. I would rather use glue stick, but because of the curves and all that, you can't really do that, so hopefully this will work. Okay, so I'm trying to get this down in this, at least in this corner here, or maybe I should go for this corner. I don't think it looks upside, none of them really look upside down. Darn it, anyhow, I wished I hadn't done that. Only just because it's extra. Okay. And this, if this doesn't look good, I can always recover it. Okay, now I cut some of this off. It's a little bit too big. And then I'm going to take out the circle. Probably should have done that before I glued it. And then I think I'm going to have to, where's my little tiny yellow scissors? I don't know. Let me just go like this. Yeah, I don't think I need all that. Can y'all see? I hope you are okay with doing this. I just kept playing all day, and I thought I gotta get the video going. But I'm so impatient because I wanted to see how this would look. Trying to get that like corner all. Now, let's see, we gotta kind of make a curvy. I'll do this from the inside. I can see what's. I thought I'd put a little bit of ink over that when it dries. Let's see what happens. So let's see, that could be the top up there. Whoops. I think these are going to be too small to blend in, so Okay. That's the nice thing about napkins and decoupage and all that. If you mess it up, you can always fix it by putting, you know, another piece over it. These need to be all glued down better. I don't know about you guys, but I've seen a lot of people having issues with their glue. So who knows what's causing it. I think I would, not sure who it was I saw that was trying to deal with hers. Could have been Amy on Crafty Cats or something. Almost done. Doesn't matter what it looks like back here. Just need to have the fronts looking good. Kind of lost a little of that curve, but come on. My hands are all sticky, so paper's coming off. All right, I'm going to leave it alone for a while because it's going to get... And this was the only paper or napkin that I could find that had small enough... I'm not sure I'm going to like it on there now. now that I see it. I don't know. But... yeah. I thought it was going to be more true to these colors, but it's really not. I guess I mean, I could try parchment. This is what I was going to use first, but I don't think it'll stick. Okay, well, can't do that over, but I'll let this dry, and then if I ink it a lot, it may look a lot more vintage. I don't know what that is, because it shouldn't be a lump there, but it must have been the way it was cut. Oh, there. That's the part that goes in there. Okay. I'll just sit that. So, Susan, let me know what you think about having this on here. I don't know, maybe I'll do it differently, but then I thought I could cut these off and use these for the ties for the journal. Just, you know, I've had this forever and ever, and been wanting to use it. I could go up maybe that high or something, and I don't know, maybe not put a picture of the Victorian lady and the horse on the top. I don't know. I know it'll come together one way or another, but okay. So, what was I doing? And I'm gonna paint this back here all around, and then I will glue this on. I'm thinking I might do some stitching around it once I figured out how it's going to go. I'm not going to try to turn it around the book like this. I'm going to, instead of saying I'm gonna, I'm going to, I'm probably not in the screen, just cut around it right at the edge. And, yeah, I'm not going to fold it over. It's too thick. Okay, so, well, let's see. Let me put this away. So the book is getting nice and thick, and it's getting stronger and stronger right here in the spine. So I don't think I'm going to have to worry too much about the spine. Once I get the fabric on it and everything, I don't think it'll go anywhere. And I still have a few more pages. I mean, I have a lot of pages to still decorate. Okay, so let's see, what was I doing over here? I was going to work on this card, or I mean this envelopes, these envelopes. And I want to use this on there because I've had this so long, and it was from Jody. And she made that, and I've just never had the right journal to put it in. So I think that this one will be a good one. All right, so let's see, what do we need to do to make this flip? Okay, this is a picture of my great-grandmother. Yes, on my dad's side. And her name was Sarah Livingston. And I think they were from Sweden. That part of the family. That was actually on my grandmother's side, I think. Okay. I'm not going to cover this one because I just did some, what do you call it, embossing on it. I have an embossing, a long time ago I cut the folder off at the corners because I only want to emboss the corners of a page, not the whole thing. And it was just hard to get it, you know, lined up. So I thought, well, I'm just going to cut it in half. I have the other half somewhere. Okay, so this, let me get a book page here. The one I was going to put it on. I think it's not that one. That one I'm going to do this. So this, I just made a pocket here. And this is that double little pocket with tags. And I put this little cluster on there on the front. And then I'm going to put that inside of this because I like that this all goes together. So let me just do that real quick and be done with that. I think I inked her. Yeah, I did. And the glue has been giving me a headache all morning. And now half the afternoon. So I just keep getting sidetracked. Go from one thing to the next. All right, let's just lay that in there. And this paper I covered it with is some of this doily transfers. So people use to embroidery. I don't know if that's straight. Oh. I don't know why that's so... See what I mean? I don't get it. I'm going to have to get my art glitter glue that's in my art glitter glue bottle is all not dried up, but it's so thick it won't work unless I try to dilute it with some water or something. But I think I have some left in my glue tape shelf. Trying to find something I can put. something to go under here to give it, maybe one of my books would work. So I could get equal pressure. I'm still not getting equal pressure. Okay. And it's so cold and windy. Oh my goodness. All right, I'm just going to turn the page and maybe that will be able to hold it down better. Okay. So I think I want to put the envelope on this page. So let's see how that's going to go. Do it this way, and then I could do the pocket here, because if I want to do it outside here, I would have to cut it open there. And I think, and I didn't want to really cover that because I like the coffee dyed. So if I want to put journal card in there, I could. All those edges are hitting those other edges. Okay, so like that. And then this one, I'm going to put over the top like that. But this one, I want to cover in here. And then I will trim the edge. Well, I think I just need to trim the edge first. Let me put this thing on. Oh, come on. Shaky. Okay, so this will be open. Oh, I could, let's see, I could cover it with this, but I don't know, maybe what other papers do I have? I have this light paper, but that would be pretty if you wanted to journal on it. I mean, I have other color prints, but put that next to it. I kind of like this color. That color and that color really are nice together. Could actually wrap that around. Okay. All right, I'm going to put this on here. I have a blouse up here I was going to fix. So it's laying on my other on the edge of my table too. All right. Put that there. Measure here. I suppose I could have just ripped it with a ruler, but I was watching, what is it, Kathy's Garden? She just came up on my channel, and she has a little cutter. I kind of, in trying to get away from for this one, for this journal, away from the whatever it is I use, the gathered twigs, because I just wanted a little bit softer. But this is very pinkish, so I thought, well, that's nice. I don't want it on that one, I want it on this one. So we're gonna glue here, here. You don't want to glue that, or it will close off the bottom. Okay. Now I'm thinking I want something pink here. Hope everybody's doing well and they're surviving after the blizzard. If you're watching from that area, I don't know. People had to go through so much in that area. I mean, the northeast coast area, or any of those areas, I guess. And it was, we had snow flurries yesterday. I had an appointment at the doctor's, and my daughter was driving me there. She insists upon going with me to every doctor's appointment. She wants to figure out what's going on. And so yesterday we had to go see, I don't know who he was. Oh, the guy to give you a shot, an epidural. And I told him, I said, I've already had 2 epidurals. And he goes, well, this one will be right at the location that they can see right now from my last MRI where it's bothering me, the nerve. So, I don't know, I just have to deal with it. So that's not going to be for a couple weeks. And these doctors, you know, these offices, they don't realize every time you go, you have to pay $45. At least that's my co-payment this year. And, you know, I don't mind paying a co-payment, but I go so much that I probably spend $100 and, I don't know, at least $100 a month in just co-payments. And then these MRIs and all that, that costs money too. I have to pay like $200 or something, my copay. So, anyhow. Alright, so let's see how this works now. I wonder if I should punch it on at least one side. Let me see how this is going to go. Okay. This needs to be inked. Alright, so now I have to decide if I want to cut off some of this, or I could lay my next sheet of paper over that, right? Where's my... Yeah, I could just lay that over this part. Won't be that noticeable at all, I don't think. Alright, so I also want to add a doily. Where'd you go? Where's... Oh, there you are. Okay, this was avocado and coffee dyed that I did years ago, and I just came across this little bundle of, what do you call them, doilies, and that was in there. So I think I like that, and I thought I could put this right like that. But now this paper doesn't really have as much of that color in it. I don't know what paper I was looking at. Well, I still kind of like it there. It's just, maybe I had this paper in mind when I was doing it. Well, I bet that's what I had. I don't know. Have to cover that up again. It's always a dilemma. I always have to kind of figure it out again. Alright, so let's not put this one here. I'll see where else I can find to put it. I can put this here though. Yeah, I just like it simple. Okay. So now I'm going to glue this on to section of the pockets. I think I could use a glue stick for this top part. And I'll probably have to come back in. I think I'll leave that out, so if I put my next page on, that'll come over my next page. It's not going to hide all these papers unless I can cut them down. I know I can cut this one down. Come on, cut. Let's see if it's not so obvious with cut down like that. All right, like I said, I'm going to leave that doily there. So it stays what it's supposed to. Things get out of whack so easily. Alright, and so now that flips out like that, and that flips like that. And then there's nothing in here, but this could be writing page. Alright, I'm going to try to finish this part up. How much time have I been? Okay. Get a glue. This journal is not going to have a lot of writing space, but there should be something on every page to write on, like a journal card or something. Yeah, kind of eyeball this with the it's like it will not move. Make it like have to get a book board to even to get this stuff glued down. All right, so this is coming up here, but I'll go back and fix all that. Okay, so this could come over here. And I'll come back and glue the pieces that won't lay down with the other glue. I don't think I have any, oh, here's one. I don't know if I've showed you this trick before, but you just take like a credit card or something, or, you know, an old whatever, and then you slide it under where you didn't get it stuck, push down on it, and that takes the glue off of here and puts it to the back of your paper. Okay, might need some more glue. You can also, you know, put your art glitter glue or whatever on the edge of this, so you can go in and places that you can't get under. To get a fresh place. Okay. And then I have anything loose in here. So it works pretty good. Things like lace and all that. I don't do it very often, but that's a little trick. All right, now let's put this on. What's this one? These little flowers, I was going to tell you again. I mean, I've used them before, and I think I've told you guys before where I got them, but now darn it. You know, I have a whiteout board, and I was going to put it in here, and that way, you know, I could write on that whenever I see a name I want to share with you, or you know, I'm making a journal at the same time with their papers. And then I can erase it once, you know, it's all been said and done. Uh-oh. Okay, that works still. Okay. Alrighty, so there is that. And I'm going to sew around this. And then, does this, yeah, this one has a journal card coming out of this. I could put a tab, or I could make a divot, or put a tab on the journal card. I don't know if I have a journal card. Well, other than this one. Well, save that for something else. I'm sure I'll need it for something else. Okay. See if I have a... Come on. And then I had pulled out oh, here's another horse. And then here's a horse. So maybe I'll put those in there. These are all vintage. And they're not the type of horses that Susan would ride or show. She shows horses, I think. But anyway, pulled out all these cards, and they're, I don't know what to do with them. I've had them a long time, and I have a hard time finding a spot for them. But, and like these are so faded out. I don't know what I can do with those. But anyway, they're kind of cool. I think I'll just use this little horsey. What do I need a journal card for? This one, huh? Doesn't fit. And neither is this one. And I don't want to cut them down, so I'll save them if I need them for another pocket. That's not the kind of thing you can... Wrong side. I think this was just a background I was going to use. That card. Nope. My tag's in this one spot. Come on. a journal card in here somewhere? I pulled out so much ephemera and I wanted to be able to use them, but well, that would fit in there, but I wonder what paper that is. Could be scrapbook paper. A little Victorian girl on this envelope. Find a spot for it, maybe, maybe not. Alright, I'm gonna guess I'm gonna have to make some journal cards. I have this little one. Oh, I didn't glue that bottom. Oh, that's ugly. Oh, what I did. It's ugly. Ugly, ugly. This one here. They're not very big. Let's see. That one's cute, but I don't like the punch hole. I mean the, like, fake eyelet. Guess I could cover it up. Is that one bigger? I probably need to, you know, use background sheets or something to make a bigger card. So I could cut this one down. This one seemed to be better in size. Notebook. I don't think that would work. Okay, let's see if let me see if this fits, just out of curiosity. Yeah, yeah, it's probably going to stick out a little bit like that, so that would be fine. I don't know what's in it, though. I made this a long time ago. Oh, this is Kathy's Garden 3-pocket. This was a sample. Yeah, it's a sample. I probably should say that. I need to make it out of cardstock because it's just too flimsy as well. Okay, I'll put that with it so I know who made it. I think I'm just going to try to cut this off. There's my pen. Get as much as I can. I think if I start at that edge, I'll be okay. Where's my... that right there. And this one, oh, this one was going to be straight. Use those for taps, but I'm not. Okay, so I need to cut some off of the other sides. This is the one I want. I'm gonna mark this. Maybe if I just take a little off each side. Okay. Will that fit? Please fit. To take a sliver because I want it to stay even all around. That's going to be off a little bit. This is why I like to have a, what do you call it? Okay, so that would fit. So I'm going to look around it. How much time do I have? Oh my gosh. I just looked and I had time. Now it's 52 minutes and I don't know what I did. I really like to sew around this. So, oh, wait a minute. I was going to glue it down. So, yeah, maybe I didn't want to sew it. I can always sew it. A little ink on this. Okay, so that'll fit, but I'm going to put a punch in this because it drives me nuts to try to get the card in, you know what I mean? Okay. I could still come back and put a tab on it. Alrighty, so I'm going to let you guys go because I need to glue this little edge in and sew around these pieces, but, whoops, no, wait a minute, can't have that. Darn, I guess I'm going to have to try to get that off. And I put a lot of glue. Maybe it's not dry yet. Especially over the top of that darn doily. That's gonna come up. What a pain. Alright, it's gotta be right on the edge so that when you bend it back, it's not going to This is a crazy mess. Yeah, the system I had for keeping that lid closed and all that worked fine for a long time. And now it just doesn't want to work fine. You're still with me? Okay, guys. If you're still here, thanks for joining me. And don't forget to comment, subscribe, and like. Especially like. You know, sometimes I have two or 300 people that is watching my videos, and I get like 17 likes. It's kind of like, really? Nobody liked it? I don't know. All right, so I'm gonna let you go, and yeah, that'll be a nice writing area, and you could actually write in here a little bit, and then I'll fix this journal card up to look like something. And maybe lace or something on this part. I'm not sure. Alright guys, thanks for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.